Hey everyone, Jay here. Time for another Intro to Python lab. This is lab number 9, and we're talking about the switch case. Switch case doesn't actually exist in Python, but I'll still tell you what it is, when we would use it, and then we'll talk about the alternative that we have in Python. The alternative's a little different, kind of similar, um, but let's dive into it. The switch case exists in many other languages. It is similar to an if statement or an if, else if, else if, else if. It's kind of similar, but it's for the case when you have a value and instead of comparing it to like a greater than and less than, you actually have specific values that it could be. So in our case, we're going to ask the user to input the digits 0 through 9. And so we know 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's going to be one of those things or some invalid choice at the end. Okay, those are the things that we are specifically looking for. So the switch case is very perfect for that. Instead of in the switch case, you would write switch and then you would write the value you're looking for. And you would have switch variable, and then you'd write all the values that you're looking for. And the way the switch is written, you can double up some of those if they have the same result that you're looking for in the end. So, but you can do all of that technically without the switch, and even in languages where the switch does exist on the internal side, after you make it, the compiler is going to build some other thing. Pretty efficient. The switch is really for users to make it easy to read, not for users, for other developers, for future use. So in Python, instead of having a switch, we really just have if else. Okay. And we have what is referred to as an ELIF ladder because we have if, ELIF, 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 all the way down until the trailing else at the end if you choose to put one. So in my case, I have my variable input value, which I'm going to have set to an input from the user, and I've prompted the user to please enter your favorite digit 0 through 9. So presumably the user will input one of the digits 0 through 9 and press enter. And then I will check, is it 0? Is it 1? Is it 2? Is it 3? Keep on going. If I wanted to double up on any of these and say, let's say I didn't have a separate result for 4 and 5 and I wanted to put them together, I could just put ELIF it's equal to 4 or it's equal to 5. So it's a little bit different readability wise than a traditional switch case would be. However, you can still do pretty much all of the same things. Okay. All right. So we have, if it's 0, we have 0, and my little phrase that I've written, 0 is a great number of broken bones to have. It really is. 1 is the loneliest number, 2 is company, 3 is a crowd, 4 corners of the earth, 5 alive, that's a great number. 6 pack abs might be there somewhere, underneath whatever else is there. 7 deadly sins, 800-pound gorilla, 9 lives, and at the end, if you've input something that's not one of these things, received invalid. Okay. And I just copied that from our previous lab. All right, so let's have a look at the output. Perhaps some of you may have noticed that this is not going to do what we intend it to do. There is an error here. I'm going to show you the output first, and maybe you can figure out the error once you see what the output is. So let's look at the output. Okay, let's run this. All right, please enter your favorite digit, 0 through 9. Let's try the 6-pack abs, right? Invalid. How did that happen, right? Why is that invalid? Well, let's go back and look at our code. The reason it's invalid, and it's not just the 6, any one of these would be marked as invalid. So I have, if input value is equal to a number, oh, that's right. Every time you use the input command, it doesn't put it as a number, it puts it as a string. Okay. If I want to actually use it as a number, I need to cast my whatever is input to be a number. And then we'll save and then have a look back down at the output. Okay, let's run this again. And we'll try the 6 again. There it is. Okay. Now let's try again and let's put 11. Invalid. That's not one of the digits. Let's run this again. Let's put a letter. Oh, that's when we have an error. Okay. We can't cast G to an integer. Let's try 1.0. Ooh, we can't cast that to an integer either. That's because 1.0, if it were a number, we could cast it to an integer, but it's a string and we can't cast that to an integer. All right, so in the future, we'll figure out how to do all that, but for now, 1 remains the loneliest number. All right, so one last look at the code before we finish our video. Remember to put your shebang at the top, put your header comment section, declare your variable equal to an empty string, and then get an input and then output your, using your ELIF ladder, output something for each digit, finally an invalid at the end. Okay. All right, well, that is this video. So once again, thanks for watching and we'll see you next time.